Hi, this is Christina Hansen coming to you from Jones Elementary.
And this is Lori Neurohr coming to you from Cameron Elementary.
So we'd like to start out by mentioning that the week of May 4th was Teacher Appreciation Week. And if you haven't had the opportunity to reach out and thank your child's teacher or teachers, it would be a great opportunity to do so because our teachers are working so hard right now to bring your child or your children the very best education that we can under the circumstances. So thank you to all of our hardworking teachers at Gladstone for everything that they're doing to keep our students safe and educated and just making sure that they're connected back to school given this really hard time. We'd also like to say a special thank you to parents who are acting as teachers right now because we know that this is not an easy time.
I want to talk to you a little bit about packets. And here at Cameron, the kindergarten classes already have all the packets that they need for the rest of the year. If you need more work for your child, you can contact your individual teacher. But readiness kindergarten, first grade and second grade, if you've requested a packet, will be available on Monday during the food pickup time. So they'll be at the front of school from 2 o'clock until 6 o'clock. We also will take any of the desk and locker supplies that were not picked up this week. We will have them available for you to pick up. So they will be located out on the sidewalk. You can check for your child's things and grab them when you grab the packet or grab your food.
And the same is true at Jones. So the packets that have been requested will be available at the front of Jones. And then any leftover locker or desk items will be available also at the front of Jones, clearly labeled with your child's name on them. So one of the things that we'd also like to mention is how important it is for your child or children to continue participating in school. We recognize and understand that this is not the way that school usually goes, and that it's really hard to get your child or children motivated to get their schoolwork done. But it is so important for them to continue to be engaged in their classroom work. So, whether that's on Google Classroom or if it's continuing to work in those packets that have been requested, we do ask that you try to spend at least 30 minutes a day, again, following those guidelines that we shared earlier this school year with you about that amount of time that students should be engaged. And as the weather gets a little bit nicer outside, having some physical activity outside is great, but we still do ask that you spend some time with reading and math as well. And for students at Jones, we also ask that students are regularly checking their email. So even if it's one time per day, there are announcements that are coming either from me or from their teachers, and those things will come through email. So please, please try your very best to continue to keep your child or children engaged in their schoolwork through the end of the school year.
But it's still important to check in with the teacher. If your child needs assistance with that, just let the teacher know. We'll be happy to arrange a time to help your child out. Again, we want to state we know how difficult this is. You might have little kids at home. You might have to be working from home. Maybe you're working outside of the home. So we understand how difficult it might be for you. But anything you can do is just greatly appreciated. So I wanted to share with you that I did contact LaPorte Studio. They are closed right now due to the COVID-19 outbreak, but I left a message for them about the class composite pictures. So as soon as we have information back from LaPorte, we will share it with you in our weekly updates. I also wanted to talk to you about summer school. At this point, we're not sure if we're going to be able to offer a summer school program, especially the traditional one that we've offered in the past. So when we get more guidance from the state in regards to what we can and can't do with social distancing, with online learning, all those things, we will put together a notice and let you know exactly what our plan is going forward. And we hope to have that information to you sooner rather than later. So hopefully very soon. And I just want to reiterate what Christina said. We are so appreciative of all the hard work that the teachers at Jones and Cameron are doing right now. They are going above and beyond and doing an outstanding job for all of our kiddos. So a round of applause for all of you. And moms and dads and grandmas and grandpas and guardians, I know that you are working equally as hard to help your child be successful and engaged in learning. and we are very appreciative of that. It's so great to see all these faces as you're coming up to pick up supplies. We still miss you desperately, and look forward to chatting again next week.
And like Mrs. Neurohr said, I have loved the opportunity to see students as they are in the cars coming to pick up things. So we just love to have the opportunity to see those little faces and those smiles. And I know that some students have been reaching out via email or sending me messages, and I greatly appreciate that because we just want our students here with us. And so any type of communication that we have is greatly appreciated. Thank you for your time, and we will look forward to sharing another video with you next week.
Bye-bye.